Okay, I'm tired of waiting. We're starting early. And let me down the music a little bit. Although it's a party, I'd like to be able to have you guys hear what I'm talking about. So, welcome to this party stream. 40,000 subscribers. I'm somewhere in between. I never expected that to happen, and I worked for this all those years, so I hoped it would happen. And in any case, I'm really glad. And I thought, well, let's hang out with all my 40,000 subscribers, or the people who show up, and let's have a little party. So, who's all here? Oh, the music is really soft now. There we go. Drinks are on Quinled. Well, Quinled was smart this time to avoid a iced tea disaster. I have a nice can of Coke Zero here, and this time it doesn't have any fancy color label. It's just the OG Zero, I guess. I mean, we can do a top-down shot. There we go. The OG Coca-Cola Zero, which tastes okay now that I'm used to it. I didn't used to like it, or at least I didn't like light, but the Zero is a lot better. Where's the booze? Oh, actually, let me mute my phone. There we go. Oh no, that's the Wi-Fi. Okay. I don't actually drink. So, no booze on my end, but I don't mind if you drink. That's fine. Tieske says, concrete with 30k subs. Thank you very much. You're one of them, so, you know, like all you 40,000 are the MVP tonight. Zero definitely better than light, yeah. So Coke is the new sponsor. Yes, Coca-Cola is now in the business of sponsoring 40,000 subscriber YouTube channels, and I'm their first participant, and I got 1 can of Coke for this year. I mean, gotta start small, right? What's on the planning today? Zero. Nothing. There is no plan. Oh, Bitrip, thank you very much for the €5. That is awesome. Congrats on the 40k. Thank you very much. I hope being a subscriber of my YouTube channel brought you something. And in most cases, I hope it brought you knowledge. Because that's kind of the onset of my channel, why I do it. I like to spread the knowledge and help people understand and learn new things. Philip! Thanks, man. 40k party. Oh, yeah. So, no plan. That means this must be a Dr. Z's stream, says Rasby. I don't know. Normally I do have a plan, but I thought, let's just sit and chat for an hour or something like that and hang out. Congrats on the 40k. Thank you. Oh, Andy's here. Nice. So I'm gonna crack open my Coke here. Let me do it on camera. Cause oh wait, no, it's not time yet. It's oh no. It's only 9:07, and the stream officially starts at a quarter past 9 over here, cause I'm in the Netherlands. And let's wait for that. I'll wait for that with my drink. So what are you guys having for a drink? Cause I mean I don't drink alcohol, but you guys sure can if you want to. How much money have you spent because of Quinbox? I don't know, man. It depends a little bit if you calculate what it actually costed or deduct what I get in return using from the affiliates and stuff like that. Because the Quinboxes mostly get paid by the affiliate commission. So that kind of keeps each other going, if that makes sense. And yeah, there is a new one I already filmed. It has some really nice goodies in it. And that I'm already using, actually. And that'll be out, I think, somewhere beginning next week. Not sure yet. DJ Roscoe says, white wine for me tonight. It's Friday, after all. Oh, and Andy's going for cider. Yo-Yo Skerrit, did you finish the dig quad you were soldering? And he's getting some iced tea. Nice. Pre-gaming. You're gonna game later, Jeff? Fireball and Coke. What's a fireball? Is that an alcoholic drink? Hi from the UK and congrats on the 40k, says Jaguar Infinity. Cider? They sell that in Germany, says Johnny. Welcome, Johnny. Oh, I didn't see you before. Of course you're here. Where else would you be? How do we get you to 100k by the end of the year? Well, I've been thinking about that, and I used to have subscriber goals and looking at all the metrics and getting all the likes and stuff like that, but for this year I kind of let that go. I've been putting out video. I try to put out a video every week, as you probably noticed I missed last week, and either a rehash from a live stream or a Quinn box, and then in between the really content videos, which take much longer and more to produce. Whoa! Guido Jurians, I don't know if you're Dutch or not. Thank you for the dig boards, and congrats on the 40k. Thank you so much for the 10 euros. That is awesome. Oh, you're making me burp. No. Thank you very much. That is really appreciated. MSX Droid is here. Congrats on the 40k. Oh, Yo-Yo Skerrit, he started with the hot air, although it needs some correction still. Some paste is brown. Okay, more flux. If the question is anything, more flux. Blayman's YouTube says, just 40k? I thought you're at 500k plus. Oh, right. I was talking about that. So, I've been working a lot on stuff other than the YouTube channel per se. So, in the beginning, I had a lot of time or focus on the YouTube channel. But then the YouTube channel spawned Quinled.info and all the boards. And then I started doing pre-assembled. And then I got the Discord server. And all those things eat up time, basically. And they're useful. They're good. But they do eat up time for me working dedicatedly on a video, basically. So the video content has actually gone down. The original, well-produced, long, I've worked 2 weeks on this video type of content. And I have filler content, as I call it, like Quinboxed and their rehashes, which I think is good. But that does slow down YouTube subscriber growth. So where I've had months with 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers gained, right now it's about 500-600 subscribers a month that I gain, which is nice, still growing, but not at a rate that will hit 100k anytime soon. And I've always considered what I do and my YouTube channel more niche, so I'm not sure we're going to hit 100k or 500k or whatever. So I'm actually really, really happy with the 40k. 40k, that is quite a decent town already in BE or Netherlands. Yeah, that's for sure. Erik Woutersen says, congratulations with the 40k. Thanks, man. Maybe you can go over the home automation stuff you have. I know in the past you said you were going to talk about stuff. I know you mostly do LEDs. Yeah, I do some other stuff too, but as I said, since I haven't been producing the regular content, for instance, we haven't had any IP camera videos this year. I bought the IP cameras to test. I just haven't made a video with them yet. So I do have that on the planning somewhere. And, well, there's lots of stuff I want to work on. It's just, you know, altogether, it's a lot of stuff. Even just keeping the production of the Quinn LEDs going and the current component shortages that are going on and all that kind of stuff, it actually really takes up a lot of time. So, yeah. What would cause my ESP to only give me white LEDs? Data signal issues? Oh yeah, HAHA. Actually, I bought all the hardware for the HAHA project. I was going to finish the DIY backup solution first, but then I ran into snags with that one, and GFA farming came in between, and I kind of lost track there. But HAHA will come in the future, and actually I think next year, will be the year that I do a lot of Home Assistant content, but I can't share too much about that yet. More maker stuff. Oh, so you like, for instance, the live soldering stream? Did you like that? Come on, this is your only job. No, it's not. I wish it was. We might be on the verge of making it that, but yeah, not enough yet to talk about there. You need some assistance or a few Quinled clones to get everything done. Well, Philip, I know you're donating to me, that which I really appreciate, but you guys, so you and Andy, actually helped me out a ton on the Discord server, and there's lots of other great folks helping out there too, because that's just grown above my head. Like at the end of last year, I was drowning in email and Discord messages, and I didn't know what to do anymore. And you guys really stepped up and helped out there. So yeah, I didn't get here alone, that's for sure. So I'm gonna donate that €5 back to you, Philip. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. What YouTubers do you watch, Quindor? Who or what is your inspiration? Oh, that's a good one. I like watching Linus Tech Tips. I know that's not too deep into the technical things, but I like his videos, and I kind of get the humor, and yeah, I like that. And there's Gamers Nexus for all PC hardware and related stuff I watch. And then there's a whole lot of makers, so I watch BitLooney and Unexpected Maker I like watching, and I've recently started watching Superhouse TV. I like Brian Lock's channel. That's always fun. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? And I even like the stupid 5-hour long live streams like BitLooney does. I just like hanging around there while I do my own stuff at the same time. But yeah, it's fun hanging out. And Big Clive, I watch some of his videos. Dr. Z's. Come on, of course, we all watch Dr. Z's. Brent Verhagen says, would you like to be a guest in the Home Assistant livestream? Who knows? Maybe in the future, sure. Maybe with the Quinled boards, or maybe with some upcoming stuff. And I said I'm going to do much more HA next year, and who knows? Dr. Z's is the reason why I'm here, says Andy. Cool. Oh, Phil is here. Hey, Phil. So, it's 15. It's actually 16, but that's okay. It's time for the Coke opening. Yes. Okay. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Oh, look at that. A little bit of fumes coming out. Do more like DIY, like the LED house numbers. Did you happen to watch the showroom on Discord? Because I actually put it on the house, and it's awesome. I'll try and find a picture in a minute. Yeah, I'm not sure that counts as magic smoke, Philip. Are you going to do an unboxing today? No, I've already filmed an unboxing. So that'll come soon. Let me find a picture and tease the house number on here too. Because that turned out really awesome. How's the music? Is it okay or too loud, or what's going on? Okay, let me thumbnail view this. It's a bit loud for my taste. There we go. Slightly down. Let's see. Is this a good picture? Sure. That'll do. That'll do. Let me try and do this. And then... Hold on just a second. Okay. Almost there. Yes, and now I go here, and then I do this. Oh, look at that. Can I scroll down? No. There it is on the actual house doing a little pattern stuff. And it's amazing. This is at 50% brightness. That thing is so bright. It's insane. No, I'm not sharing any secrets or passwords today, I think. Oh, well, I guess you can see my my server address. Ooh. Yeah, it looks awesome. And I've been trying to shoot some video from it. I'll probably shoot some more tonight to have some good examples to make a nice video from it. But in real life, it is awesome. It looks so good reflecting on the stones and all the patterns and stuff like that. Yeah, the wife loves it. She was first like, maybe it's gonna look too much like I'm not sure I can say this on YouTube. In Dutch we say I don't think YouTube will know what the word means. In Dutch we would say hoerenkot. So like it would look too much like a brothel with all the flashy lights and stuff. But if I pick out a sensible pattern, it's okay and she loves it. Yeah, that one, Jordan. Why is there a hole in the middle of the two? That was where the previous sign was. So where the previous house number had a drill hole. And I used one of the drill holes, but I couldn't use the other one. So, yeah. The volunteers. Yeah, that's right, Yako. Oh, yeah, I'm very lucky with my girlfriend that she sticks up with all my shenanigans and putting all kinds of weird LEDs everywhere and stuff like that. So I'm really blessed with her, that's for sure. Kot, that's more Belgium. Yeah, it's a bit Dutch too. Yeah, sure, we could fill it, but yeah. What's your day job? Are you involved in IT? Yes, I am an IT consultant, mainly on storage and large backup systems. But I have started working less, and who knows, maybe I'll actually make the transition this year, because combined YouTube revenue, which isn't that much, affiliate, and then the pre-assembled boards and all that mashed together, I might be able to make it. So we'll see. And I mean, if you guys want to help out, the best thing you guys can do is share my videos with people who might have a question I answered in a video, or, you know, get them hooked on the LEDs. That's always good. The message from Aryan got deleted? I don't know. Maybe because it was foul language because of what we were talking about. Peter Stimple is here. Good evening. Let's see if I missed the chat here. So what does your family actually think of all your stuff? Well, they think it's great that I've been able to transition partly from working a lot to working and then doing my hobby, and that actually pays for itself a little bit. And yeah, they're very supportive and love what I do. And my mom and dad watch most of my videos. Hey, Mom and Dad. And yeah. How can I make one of your wall art that is behind you? Well, that's pretty easy actually. That is a Quinn LED Dig Quad. So it has 4 individual LED channels. And then it's 2 times 1 meter of WS2815 cut in half. So each is 72 LEDs. And then it's just all hooked up and wired in there. And this is actually really simple. The color waves. Let me check. Yeah, color waves pattern. That's it. Oh, wow. What happened here? I think YouTube really didn't like us talking about the red lights. Because there was like a giant dip, but it's gone now. Not sure what's going on there. Guten Abend, Herr Stimpel. Wie geht's? Ah ja, ich kann auch Deutsch. Sollen wir den Stream in Deutsch machen? Mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. Ich muss viel nachdenken. Nein. Okay, let's stop the German. Okay. I can understand German pretty okay. I can speak it a little bit. I can write it worth shit. Yeah, no. I think I'll stick with English. Or Dutch. We could do Dutch. I did a Dutch stream last week. And, yeah, I don't think you guys would understand. Yeah, Google moderator team. Some heuristics probably. Yeah, I think so. Everybody likes unboxings. Why not boxing videos? Though a video of a DIC quad being manufactured would be awesome. Well, I have the soldering videos for the DIC quads, for instance. Curious if you ever found house numbers like those aren't pre-populated with the LED stuff you removed. No, I have not. But you could always ask the seller if they could, if you could just buy the shell and not buy everything else with it. You could probably make it cheaper. Quinder, that sounds quite interesting for a non-native. I am impressed. Oh, quite impressive. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Well, I'm Dutch. I mean, Dutch and German, it's somewhat related to each other. It's all based on Germanic old languages and stuff like that, so. Arjun L said, congrats for the 40k. Cheers with the Coke with Berenburg. Oh, nice. Greetings from Friesland. See, I can't even do Dutch accents. Patrick says, watched the Dutch stream last week, didn't understand any of it. That's why I built my channel and started doing my channel in English, because I figured, well, the worldwide audience is much bigger than just the Netherlands, and I'm okay. I can make myself understandable in English. I think it's improved since my first video. Don't go watch my first videos. It's like, I'm a robot. Hello, this is a can of Coke. Yes, I am Quindor. No, it's, oh man. I've gotten a lot looser and more relaxed being on camera over the years. So I think that's good. I actually just watched my own intro from 6,000 subscribers. I think I'll need to make a new one at some point. But it's that old intro was just so fun. So I keep having it up there. How scary is it live streaming as opposed to pre-recorded videos? I would be nervous wreck doing live streams. And do you need a super fast internet connection? Well, I'm not doing any character or portraying myself any different than I am. And for me, I have a different set of rules for myself when doing live streams. For instance, if I do a video, well, I can't fail, and I try to show the best methods possible for a given subject or how to do things. But when I'm doing a live stream, I'm just going to basically YOLO it. I might have done some research, but I'm going to actually try it on camera and do it honest to life. And we've had live streams where the projects we were going to do failed, or failed in between and then we fixed it, like with the last house number stuff and things like that. So no, I don't think I'm nervous for live streams anymore. Maybe I used to be, I'm not sure. But now I just sit down with you guys. I know I have a great audience, and I like interacting with you guys on Discord or on here. And yeah. Do you need a super fast interconnection? Well, I have cables, so asymmetric 500 down and 40 megabits up. And we're currently streaming at 16 megabits, which is a bit higher than YouTube recommends for the given resolution. But I like the quality better, and I also recorded in the same quality, and that's been working fine for me. So you need a decent internet connection, but I mean, even if you had 8 megabits or something like that, and you stuck to 1080p at 5 megabits, that's fine. Just stay a little bit, don't exceed 50% of your upload bandwidth. And I do have some rules in place in my firewall for some services not to be able to use all my upstream bandwidth. But other than that, if you have a decent connection, you should be fine. Heb een fijne dag. is the Dutch I can serve, says Stimple. Yeah, the one word is wrong, but that's okay. Every Dutch speaks German. My parents' generation accept every Dutch to speak German. Yeah, Andy, we get taught English, German, and French in school, and after the second year you can drop those. But as a kid, I went to vacation to Germany and Austria, especially Austria a lot. And so, well, everyone speaks German there, and I watched a lot of German TV for the cartoons and stuff. So I kind of picked it up pretty easily. So yeah. Waar vind ik de Nederlandstalige video van vorige week? Where do I find that Dutch video from last week? It's on the Campzone YouTube channel, and it's part of the Hackzone segment. You can check it out there. How about a house tour showing all the projects? Oh man, I would have to spend half a year cleaning up and actually finishing my house projects because I'm really bad and I most often rather work on videos than work on the actual projects because that's a very different thing I've learned. So I don't think we'll be doing a house tour anytime soon. We did that during the building. It's done. Sorry. But we'll be working on some projects over the years. Actually, for the house number, I did a whole video, or I shot a whole photos and stuff and material. I need to do a whole video on how to build that and how I cabled it and where I put it all and stuff like that. So that kind of shows you a little bit of the house, I guess. Here in the US, we expect you to speak English. Yeah, US has been like that. And some European countries still are. Like France is very closed. So if you go to the movies in France, they'd still be voice synchronized. So everything would be in French. And maybe have English subtitles, but maybe not even that. And I don't understand why you would do that in the current day and age. Just bring out the stuff in the original language and then subtitle it to your own. Yeah, I really hate synchronized TV. And I'd rather just hear the German and then read the English, or see the English and read Dutch if I needed to, or, you know. Andy, I thought it was better in Germany already, but everything is German dubbed. I don't get it. Why would you do that? What are you afraid of? People learning English? I mean, it's so much work for making it so much worse. I mean, I'm sure there's another argument that I don't know of, but that's how I feel about it. Yeah. In the US, everyone sucks at speaking English, but since Brexit, we only speak what? Noah Webster English? Okay, don't know what that is. The Queen's English. Arjan says, one of the first videos that I saw from you was an LED project. Well, we do a lot of LED projects around here, but sometimes I grow bored of LEDs and I want to do something else. But I think we can establish that over the years, the main subject of my channel has become LEDs. But we do other stuff too. And as I said, I have some plans for next year, so 2022, to take on another subject in a big way. So, yeah. Praxis en andere... Okay. Yeah, oh yeah. The Praxis boxes that used to be in my background and stuff like that. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm really Dutch, and if you hear me speaking Dutch, you'll know I'm Dutch. That's for sure. Good luck waiting for fiber. It's going slow. At the end of 2022, or something like that now. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. They're working on getting us fiber here. But I think we're in the last zone they're going to do. So, I don't know. But the connection I have isn't bad. I mean, 500 Mbit down is nothing to sneeze at. I just really like some more up. But it's not like I can't manage. It's just nice to have. But at that point, if I had 10 up, for instance, that would be horrible. But yeah. Thanks for all the hard work and research, says Georgios Saklas. You helped me a lot with Dawa. Dawa. Any free software for recording, or alternatively, have you managed to record directly from Dawa to a Samba share? Actually, I gave up looking for NVRs after I did my whole extensive research round, because especially with 4K, most of them out there are really bad. On system usage and stuff like that, I'd have to build a dedicated machine to run a few 4K cameras. So I'm still running NX Witness. I bought it a few years back, and it's still running, and it's getting upgraded on features, and I still really love it. It just runs as a VM with 2 cores on my machine for 10 4K cameras. So I haven't really looked at any other software. I guess that's the sign of good software, that you stop looking for anything else. Nicholas Rutledge says, I was able to add a second 18-gauge power wire to my Dig Quad and haven't had any more issues with the board freezing up and the LED not refreshing. Thank you for your help on Discord. Yeah, we've been having some people who had a lot of LEDs behind their boards, but then didn't get enough copper basically going into the inputs of the board, which would mean the power drop or the voltage drop from the power supply to the Dig Quad would actually drop below 4 volt if you're running 5 volt LEDs, and then the controller would stall because, well, the voltage dropped too low. And that's why it has 3 input ports, and I'm working on a slightly different version. I guess that could be the secret of this stream, but we'll wait with that, and we'll wait with that until later. But yeah, you have to make sure that you have enough copper to transfer all that power from the power supply to the Dig Quad board and then to your LEDs. That's why all the terminals are on there. Arjan is singing a Dutch song. Martin Kolek asks, Dig Uno doesn't have a relay, right? If I wanted to control a 12 volt solenoid, would I need to add a relay? I like that I wouldn't need a step-down converter if I used the Uno. And what do you want to do with that solenoid? Are you going to try and drive something else than LEDs? Is that what we're talking about? And no, it doesn't have a relay, but it has a pin for a relay. But then a 3.3 or 5 volt one on the newer pre-assembled boards. A valve, yeah, I get it, but I'm not sure a Dig Uno is best suited for that. I already shared that secret? No, I shared it with you guys, but you guys are my admins. You get to see a lot of the non-released stuff, so... Yeah, Martin, it almost sounds like using one of the analog boards would be better fitted for it, but then again, they aren't because they're not spec'd to run an inductive load. You'd need a diode on each of the MOSFETs to be able to handle that. Otherwise, the voltage will spike way too high. But it sounds like you need a MOSFET more than you need a Dig Uno, for instance. I showed the PCBWay box in the last live stream. I did. Okay, sure. But what did we build? Yeah, no, I don't think I shared this one. We'll see. We'll see at the end of the video. What video is about the house number? Well, I've done a live stream and I've done a re-edit of that live stream. And I showed a teaser just now about how it's looking because I actually put it on a house yesterday. So I'm working on that video. That's not been released yet. But it looks awesome. Ah, not with the thing soldered on. Okay, well, I made it and I've tested it. So I'll show it with everything soldered on today then. I actually thought I didn't have a secret today, but I guess I do. LED question, says Glenn. Are dead pixels common? I have a WS2812B from BTF on my house. LEDs stopped working after about 30 LEDs right at the factory seam. Strip is about 3 months old now. I guess it can happen, but it depends. If it was working before and now it doesn't anymore, could it be corrosion or maybe a short circuit somehow? Or was indeed the actual joint bad? And can you try and repair that joint maybe? Are you going to do something with PC server or storage videos? I am planning on continuing my DIY backup solution videos at some point, but I need to pull the trigger on buying some hardware for that. Other than that, well, Project HAHA is still coming at some point, but I think it'll be more towards next year than this year, because I want to do more stuff surrounding that next year. I wish my house number was just 1 digit. I will need 4 LED house numbers to do that project at my house. Yeah, that's going to involve a lot more work and cost. I get that, but yeah. Yeah, so Glenn, I don't know. Yeah, taking the strip down is probably a lot of work, but maybe you can check if the solder joint cracked, for instance, or something else happened. Sure, yeah. WS2815 can help with that, absolutely. And there's WS2813, which is the 5-volt dual data line equivalent. When you plan next Quinbox, says Maki J. I think I've already shot it. I think the video will come out in the coming week. So, any more questions? That's basically what this stream is. Do you install the security cameras yourself? Yes. All the cameras I test or I have in and around my house have all been installed by myself. That's for sure. Yes. Live Birdcam Rotterdam. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, man. Thanks. Through your videos, I got into streaming RTMP. Works perfectly. Thanks. Hey, that's awesome, man. Any plans to develop an 8-channel digital LED board? Says Nicholas. Currently, no. And that's mostly because with the 4 channels on the DIC Quad, or secretly 5 channels, on the pre-assembled DIC Quad, that kind of already maxes out the ESP32 in what it can handle in regards to processing speed and LEDs and stuff like that. So I might make one at some point, but currently I don't have any plans for that. Basically the DIC Quad in regards to power handling, amount of channels and everything like that, Ethernet, stuff like that, is already pretty maxed out for what an ESP32 can do. What is your HAHA project and the backup server? So I've been doing a project. Something I've been updating is a solution I have to do my backups here at home, which go to my parents' house, and I have a little server there, and that's all built from scratch. And I'm doing a revisited video series about that, but that's kind of been put on hold because of some hardware issues I was having. So once that's resolved, we'll continue that. And HAHA stands for, sorry about that, HAHA stands for High Available Home Assistant or Home Assistant High Available, in whichever order you like it. And so that means I've been running this for over a year already in my own home. I have a cluster of servers, and if one of my servers crashes and Home Assistant happens to be running on that server, that VM will automatically be started on another server, which is in sync basically, and then my home services don't get interrupted. And well, you do need to get decent service. We already noticed a few live streams back, because I couldn't control my lights anymore. Let me see if I'm in focus. I think so. Yeah. Currently, I'm working on a backup NAS with 8 hot swap bays as well in a Silverstone DS380. Cool. I looked at that enclosure, but because I wanted to use existing hardware, I needed something micro ATX, so I didn't go for that one. But I did look at that enclosure. Have you ever been in Poland? No, I don't think I've been in Poland. No, I don't think so. Evening, Quindor, says Aaron. Hey there. Oh, Brian Wallow says, I'm looking at your article on the Ethernet ESP32. I was a little confused as to whether or not it will fit on the DIG Quads V1 I built. Do they fit or not? Well, you need to look a little bit further, because there is a compatibility article which states exactly what combinations with the boards will work and not. So if you can get a hold of a Quinled ESP32 Ethernet legacy version, so with 2x8 pins soldered, and they are coming, but well, because of the chip shortage, we're weeks if not months behind producing those, because well, we just can't get any ESP32s. So, but if you get a legacy version, then yes, it'll work in most configurations. But check that article, because that states everything you need to know. Yeah, unless I have issues. That's right, Philip. Arun Ankam says, I got my DIG Quad a couple of weeks ago. I used it to set up WLED with SK6812 on my desk, 2 desk lamps, and a light behind the desk for ambience. I love it, and it works great. Well, I love hearing that. Thank you very much. Let's see if that's the right... Yes, that's the right article. Thank you, Philip. Does HHA work with Zigbee or Z-Wave, as you would need USB pass-through? Oh, that's a good question. I don't actually use Zigbee or Z-Wave myself, so I haven't considered that, if I'm honest. I guess you'd need sticks in all of the PCs, or in all of the servers the VM could fail over to, and then I guess it could work, but then again, it might not, because it's a mesh network. I don't know. I'll think about that. I haven't considered that, so... Barry says, I ran into enough problems with USB pass-through and decons with a single VM. Yeah, that can be a hassle, that's for sure. Tell us about your home network without any Zigbee devices. Well, I just have most of the stuff on a timer, and if I want to do something different, I just... push my phone. I guess I'm barbaric like that. I put you in a short list for the legacy version. Yeah, you and a lot of people with you. The response has been great, but we're literally stuck not being able to produce the boards because we can't get the ESP32s. And they're currently about 3 weeks late beyond when we were supposed to get them. And, well, the only thing we can do is wait. So I've been considering alternatives on how we can still make the Ethernet boards by not using the antenna board variant, but the external antenna variant. But then I'd have to look at costs again, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do there yet. So, yeah. Speaking about desks, well, yeah, I've actually undertaken some steps in regarding to the desk, but not enough to share yet. Whoa, Eric Contant says, I love your product as well. Building a small nightclub that should be completed in October. Home nightclub. Oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah, the chip shortage is really affecting a lot of stuff. And we were able to basically do a lot of things out of stock because we pre purchased a lot. But for some stuff, we've run out. And we're just at the mercy of when we get some more. So yeah, that really sucks. Oh, Yako says, I solved the cluster and multiple VM issue by moving or adding my stick to a Raspberry Pi. And then the Raspberry Pi does MQTT to HAHA. Well, that's a good option. Sure, yeah. Calvin says, I love the way you powered your hard drive enclosures for Chia without the power bricks. Yeah, that saved a lot of room and it saved a lot of heat, and that was a good move. That's still running perfectly, beautifully fine 24 hours a day. Do you have any suggestions besides a computer piece just to power the hard drives? Yeah, if you check the article on Intermit.Tech, I have it all listed there, and including the power supply and everything I used. Because it's just a 12-volt power supply. More secrets. Well, this is more plans in progress. Merlijn. See, I can't read Dutch names anymore. Merlijn says, random question. Do you happen to have an opinion on the BTF lighting power supplies? Because I bought one because I was lazy, but I'm not sure if I should have gone with Meanwell after all. My rules is like this. Is it going to run a low load and I have a decent sized power supply? It's okay to run a Chinese power supply. But if it's something with a higher load and I really want to keep it online 24/7 and stuff like that, I basically always put a Meanwell there. I pay the premium and I go with the good brand, basically. Johnny says, now is like a year from now. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that might not be too far off. Especially regarding the desk. I mean, yeah. Oh, Phil says have both BTF and Meanwell, they both work fine. Yeah, it's just they've both worked fine for me too. It's just which one are you going to trust the most, and then I tend to veer towards Meanwell. No, you don't get banned for the ultimate overkill, Discord. It's a project it's a project I kind of failed at, and sometimes projects fail. It's okay. We're like human beings. We're allowed to fail sometimes. But failed does not mean defeated yet. What do you mean by low load and high load? What do you consider high and low load? Well, that has two interpretations. One is, say I'm using 15 watts of a 50-watt power supply. That's a low load for that power supply. If it was 45 or 40 to 45 watts, that would be a high load for that power supply. And then we're talking amps. 1 or 2 or 3 amps is a low load, that's fine. But if we're talking 10 or 15 amps, that's a pretty high load, and you need a better designed power supply to be able to handle that for long periods of time. So those are the cases I step up in power supplies, basically. Any thoughts on the backup NAS? Considering BetterFS, since I have some experience on, or SnapRate with MergeFS, with Minio to put the files onto. Not 100% sure yet. I like ZFS, and I tend to use ZFS where I can. But whatever you like best. I mean, it's your solution, so. Yep, 80 to 85% load is a bit of the golden spot. That's true. Yeah, try not to exceed that. Eric says, regarding power supply, if you are reading the gauge chart for 5 volt, you need 12 gauge or even bigger if you plan to drive several strips. Any tips regarding this? Yes, check out the digitally addressable LED section on Quinled.info and watch the power injection live stream. That will teach you everything you need to know in regards to power injection, but also how to exactly calculate what kind of amps you need where, how long that cable will be, and how many amps you need to transfer over that cable. And then you can write it all down, and it'll teach you exactly what you need, and it'll also show you a bit better and make you understand better how to deal with voltage drop and stuff like that. Because running 5 volt over like 10 meters or 32 feet or something like that, it's tough. You need a lot of copper, and maybe there's better alternative solutions for that. And I also have a project planned for that, but it's not ready yet either. We'll probably look at that more further once this year goes on at the end of the year. Do you back up your Proxmox host before upgrading, or how do you backup it? I make some backups of VMs maybe, but I don't really back up the host itself. But then again, I run a cluster, so if one host goes down, I basically can still access everything. WS2812B or WS2813. I generally use 2812B unless it would be in a situation I really couldn't reach anymore. Then maybe I'd run 2813, but then I'd probably step up to 2815. So go 12 volt. Yeah. Cool, Eric. Yeah, Phil has a nice collection of dig boards now. That's really cool. He showed off some pictures on the Discord a while back. So, any plans for the weekend, guys? How are the COVID restrictions in your countries? Here in the Netherlands, they've relaxed it a little bit. I believe nightlife is still closed after 12 o'clock, but I don't go there anyway. But other than that, we're doing pretty okay again, I think. We had a big spike, but that's gone down a bit now. And how are the COVID things where you guys are? Never enough Quinled boards. Yeah, for sure. Yes, MSX Droid. I'm using the big storage server that I built, I think 2 years back now or something like that. That's still running fine with the AMD Ryzen 1700. And then I have 2 little desktop machines of 6-7 years old that really need to be replaced. But that's my current cluster. And because it's a cluster, that's still working okay for me. But it's starting to need more and more maintenance because machines will just lock up. And I have SSDs which are tuned at 50% over projected lifetime, and that needs to be replaced. Oh, Jordan says, nightlife still closed after 16 months here. I'm a light jockey in the clubs. Oh man, that's tough. Johnny says, we are relaxed. Only nightclubs are still closed. Yeah. For some reason, I kind of get it, but I also don't get it because I don't drink myself. Anything involving alcohol, I guess people just, when they ingest enough alcohol, they don't care anymore. It's so weird, but okay. Patrick says, we don't believe in COVID in Florida. Okay. British Columbia, Canada is a bit, relaxed, yeah. Germany, okay, yeah. Okay. Calvin Yam says, trying to install 5-meter long WS2812B to my ceiling, trying to figure out how to hide a caged power supply in the room. COVID restrictions coming back due to Delta. Yeah, we had some due to Delta too. Brett says, I want to inject power at 2 points. Can I do that from one wire or should I run separate wires? Both are valid options. So you can run basically a bus bar wire, which you tap off of at certain points, or you can run separate wires to the, well, again, separate points. I'm more of a separate wire kind of guy because then I can fuse each wire appropriately instead of having a giant fuse and then having little fuses on all the injection wires. And also, with the bus bar system, you basically have to build a really thick bus bar because the first part will need to carry all the power. Then the next part will need to carry all the power minus that injection point and so forth. So you basically have to step down or change the cable thickness per point. And that's really difficult. So I tend to run individual wires because then I can size those wires to what is needed. So, yeah. But it really depends on the situation. And as I said, both can be fine. That's why I'm building my own nightclub, says Eric. Okay, nice. Well, you'll have to show us pictures in the showroom topic on Discord once it's done. Oh, Arizona's starting to spike again. Yeah, but the shutdowns, I know it's irritating, but I think they're a good thing, but yeah. Yeah, Barry, I get what you mean, but in the Netherlands, it was really, really funny, and people really showed themselves for their true nature. First, they were, yeah, stupid government, all this banned stuff is stupid, and we need to open everything. And then the government said, okay, we'll open a few things, because you guys asked for it. And then 2 weeks later, COVID cases shot through the roof, and then those exact same people were yelling at the government, yeah, you guys are so stupid, you should have never opened everything again, and it's all your fault. And the exact same people who were demanding that stuff was going to get opened again were now condemning the government for opening stuff again. It's hilarious, these people. It sucks that they're there, but I laughed so loud in someone's face who changed his opinion like that. It's just, I mean, we're all suffering from this COVID shit, and it's just, try and understand the situation a little bit better. We're all cooped up at home. We all don't like it, but if we don't, it's going to be much worse. That's my opinion. There's lots of opinions out there, but yeah. Calvin says, those people are Russian agents trying to cause chaos. Oh no. Oh. Yeah. Here in Oklahoma, USA, COVID restrictions are pretty much all relaxed with the Delta variant cases on the rise. Yeah, that's, I think, everywhere in the world now. Yeah, Adam, that was nuts. It was kind of a combination of restrictions being lifted and the Delta variant getting a lot of foothold. But it really showed that the restrictions certainly were doing something. And there was just stupid youth. They lied about having been tested. They lied about having been vaccinated. And some of them knew they were sick. And they falsified documents and went anyway. I mean, I believe you should just lock those people up, but that's me. Typical Dutch behavior, always needs something to complain about. That's true. Cooped up at home provides more time for prototyping and projects. I'm a fan. That's how I think about it too. I mean, I'm not one that goes out often, although I do miss going to the cinemas with my girlfriend or going to dinner with my girlfriend or some friends and some other stuff. But, it is what it is. It's not like we can change it. So, well, we can change it by actually staying home. But that's my opinion. I just want everyone to know everyone's entitled to their own opinion, of course, but yeah. Oh, it's not the Russian, it's the Illuminati, trying to overthrow all governments, all controlled by the lizard people living from Middle Earth. I'm not even gonna... Yeah. Lots of LED kills the virus. Well, then I'm safe. There's lots of LEDs here. Oh, that said, let's put the room in party mode. I don't have a house party mode. Let's do fast. Fast. Let's do fast changing. There we go. Let's make those colors change. Oh, lizard people are afraid of LEDs, so we're fine. Yeah, they can't match the color changing. Oh, 5G. I'm fully 5G'd up. I got sick both times, but now I'm fine. And I feel a lot safer going out. So, or at least, I mean, if I get sick, it won't be as horrible as it would have been without the shots. And judging by how sick I got from the shots, it's better I got the shots. Right. But next to the COVID, what do you guys plan? Do you guys have any nice plans for the weekend? I mean, Yo-Yo Gerrit is building dig quads, from what I understood. Oh, Dave has a week of holiday left. Nice. Oh, or he's asking Johnny if he still has a week left. Philip. Oh, Philip. Yeah, Philip's going to do some interesting tests for us with one of these guys. This is an unpopulated one, but with the data booster kind of stuff. More about that very soon. I think they're going into production very soon. So, yeah. Oh, Barry is putting cables in his new house. 2 UTP cables in a single 19mm PVC pipe is hard work. Oh yeah. And it also depends on what type of cable they are. Because I have Cat 7 everywhere. So it's also shielded and stuff like that. And very rigid. That was a lot of work getting that in there. Johnny is on vacation week 5. Only 1 week left. Well, I feel for you, Johnny. Oh, Peter's got to go out last week, and his wife's going out this week. Nice. It's starting to get dangerously close to the holiday lighting installation season. That's for sure. Well, that's part of what I've been so busy with. Behind the scenes, been preparing for that because generally the amount of traffic on the channel and on the Discord server and the sales, those pick up. So we've been preparing stock and stuff like that for that. Nicholas says, I need to start planning my Christmas lights for the outside of my house. Maybe some of that this week. Would like to run those with dig quad boards with WLED. Well, that's a great option. And if you're going to use X-lights and stuff like that, try and get the Ethernet versions once they become available again. I know. Yeah. Include Null says, how much Chia has everyone won? I've won a bit, around 10. So yeah, But it's been really slow going for the last few weeks. Oh, David has some maintenance. Dave has some maintenance to do. My back garage door has some rotting panels. I'll get around to doing a repair one day. Well, at some point, your garage will be outside. So then you certainly have to repair it. Oh wow, Calvin and Yako all have some chia. Nice. Can you ask an LED question? Yes, you can. I have a brand new 2812B strand, unused, that won't light up. Most likely cause. Did you look at the arrows on it that you're on the right side of the strip? Because they're unidirectional, so you need to inject the data to go with the arrows, basically. That's a common mistake. So maybe check if that's it. I have one quad with Ethernet. I'll probably need at least one more. Yeah, we're working on getting those available. Adam says, I'm starting to start sizing up some LEDs for indoor growing. Garden is super productive at the moment. Want to try and extend through the autumn and hopefully over the winter. I actually shot some content for that because I have a prototype install running for that. And I'm waiting for the analog board to be a bit more finished to start talking about that. So there will be some content for that. Anthony, come and join us on the Discord server. There is likely a reason for that, and yes, null pixel would work for that, but I'm coming out with my own board which does a few more things. Or you can, if you can solar, replace a single resistor on the board, and that'll likely solve the issues because I expect you're running 3-wire cable or 2-wire where data and ground is very close together. And there is a fix or a change we can do to the boards which would fix that. But yeah, come to the Discord. We can talk about that. And more information about that Queen LED data booster in upcoming videos. And how data signals work and what we can do to optimize them for the cables we use and stuff like that. Oh wow, Steve's videos is learning to fly a DJI Air 2S drone. Cool. Aaron Ankum says, dig quad question. How to turn on or off segments with slow transition. Check in the LED preferences if you can change the time for that. I don't actually know if you can change it per segment. Yako says, indoor growing. Quindoor is in the Netherlands after all. Actually, it's not for me. It's for my girlfriend. And she's very big into Hoyas. It's a type of plant. I don't know. I don't really bother too much with it. But all I know is that she's very happy with what we've built. And they grow a lot better, especially during the winter months with all the new LED lights and stuff like that. So, yeah. Oh, Steve says, I checked the arrow. It's correct. Is it just a defective string? Check maybe one of the other data ports to see if one of the data ports might be bad. And check if the fuse and the controller are still good. Yeah, it's tough to troubleshoot in a YouTube live stream. Maybe come to the Discord and we can try and figure it out. For the US, Dr. Z's still has dig quads with Ethernet. 24 left, yes, and that will be the only stock for a little while in the US and also international or worldwide. Also is low because, well, we literally can't produce the boards right now because we're missing those ESPs. So there will be more in the future, but I don't know when. Oh, I don't know if the climate change is going to go that fast here in the Netherlands, Calvin, but yeah. Andy's got it. Happy girlfriend means more time allowed to spend with LEDs. For sure. Do you need special LED grow lights as in the specific spectrum? I'm of the conviction that you can use good LEDs. So I'm actually using Oxma strips, the ones I've listed on my website. And then I use a 2400 Kelvin strip and a 6500 Kelvin strip, so I can vary between bluish light and reddish light, which affects the plants differently. And they all have a CRI of 95, which is very close to what the sun basically produces. So yeah, if you get good LED strips, you can make it work. No, the CRI is very important. So I use high CRI, high power LED strips from Oxma. You can check those out on my website. Any tips on the Xiaomi 03 MMC losing BLE connection in the browser with the 5S? I do not, sorry. Oh, Anthony has been muted by Google. Not sure what's going on there. What summer in the Netherlands? Failed to load summer. Summer 404. Well, it's been pretty warm. It's just sucky weather, but it's been a nice temperature. Johnny says, I tried sponsoring BitLooney for flowers for his girlfriend to get him to stream more. I did too. And, you know, with the pink LED fund, yeah. Just caught a HP G2 Reverb VR headset. Oh, bought. Okay. Beat Saber this weekend. Real life Beat Sabers. I don't know. That'd be cool. Yep, sorry, Aaron. Which power supply do you recommend for 5-volt LED strips? Go to Quinled.info, go to digitally addressable LEDs, scroll down, and find my recommended power supply article. That's the power supplies I recommend. Let's see here. Cool. Oh, Jeff says, what are your thoughts on the 2021.8 energy features from Home Assistant? They look excellent, because I have a slim emitter, and I've been reading that thing with DSMR reader, which has been working fine. But the Home Assistant thing and how it can integrate your solar and your house usage and then make all those nice calculations automatically, that looks really interesting. So I'm probably going to switch over to that. I haven't looked into it yet, but maybe if I have some time this weekend, I'm going to work on that. My can's done. Oh wow, that's a lack of water for sure, Eric. No, it's okay, Remco. My situation is a bit different because I have an Atomic Pi connected to my smart meter because I needed a third node, and an Atomic Pi was like $50 for an x86 machine, which runs Proxmox. So that is my third node, and it's in my wiring closet connected to the P1 meter. So I have a different construction than ESP Home, but I think I can connect it together. I just have to see. Yeah, I'll look into it. Don't worry. Right, empty. How long have we been going? 1 hour and 21 minutes. I'm not going to make it too long. When we're doing projects, that's fine, but if I'm continuously talking like this, because, hey, me sitting here staring at the camera isn't fun, takes a toll. So, let's take a look at this secret, because we're not going to stream too long today. So, two things, I guess, I can show you. I have to see if I can actually move this setup, because there's a lot of wires attached. It's somewhat working. Let me zoom that in. So, I've been working on a little prototype. And this is a dig quad with a little twist. Let me up the brightness. There we go. And that is that I've been testing different types of screw terminals, because the current screw terminals are, this one doesn't have current screw terminals. This one does. They're kind of restrictive, because they have the bottom metal part, as you can see here and here. And the terminals I've been testing, and this is the best example of that, they have a bigger or easier to use opening. But mind you, I've been looking for terminals for months now, and I have pretty good contacts in China to get terminals that have a bigger opening, but are UL and IEC rated for the amperages we need to use, or they need to withstand, and then we can get in sufficient volume, and can deliver, and can do colors, and have a nice screw. So I want them to have a Phillips screw instead of a flathead screw. And that combination of everything at the same time made it basically impossible. But this is the latest supplier, and I've been testing this one, and it survived all my testing, so that's good. And if we look at it, this is a 16 gauge wire, and well, this one hasn't been flattened. Hold on. You still need to do the flatten trick a little bit, but this is a 16 gauge wire going into the terminal. So, I mean, that's fairly easy to do. And if we try to do that with one of the current terminals, which I don't have here, yeah, that's a lot harder. So I'm hoping we can get these on the future batches that'll be out at the end of the year, or towards the end of the year. Don't wait for that. I'm still not sure we're going to be able to do that. To get some different type screw terminals on there, which will be easier to use. And then combined, yes, test them at high current. These I've tested up to 20 amps. And I use my FLIR camera, and I check for voltage drop and stuff like that. But that's, I mean, I test all these things myself because I don't trust the data sheets either. So yeah. Aren't tinning wires a safety hazard? These aren't tinned. These have wire ferrules. I would advise wire ferrules above tinning them. I mean, tinning them can be okay, but wire ferrules are generally better. I actually have some 15 gauge wire here too, but they use the same gauge basically. Yeah, but these go into. Oh, this one's broken. I broke the ferrule. Okay, well, broken ferrules, it makes it hard. Anyway, these go in a lot easier than my current terminals. Here you can see the data booster, which I've shown off before. I've been testing different screws and different nuts. So you can use M3 screws and nuts to add in power injection to the board, or you can solder to the pads. And that's, yeah, I like this combination. Anyway, that's not what I was going to talk about. That's these. I've been testing a variant of the Dig Quad, which has replaced the input terminals, which is normally these 3 terminals here, which then each do 10 amps each, which is fine for up to 30 amps, which replaces it with these big ones here, which would make it easier to use crimped-on connections and also like fork connectors, like you also have on your power supply. So that's a change I'd like to do, because then I'm very sure we can handle bigger gauge wires on the inputs and then divide them to smaller gauges up to 14 gauge. I think you can fit in those terminals through the output terminals, basically, making everything a bit easier to wire up, basically. So yeah, I guess that's the secret for today. And I'm working on getting the Quin LED data booster released, and I'll also be making some more videos and content about those, when you might need them and what they do. Yeah, okay. If the screw is in there, this gets harder to change, but you basically only have to set it once. So, yeah. Cool. Well, that's secret for today. We might be getting slightly different screw terminals. Might be. Not promising anything yet. Let me turn that light down. It's really bright. There we go. So yeah, I guess you get to see a little bit what's been keeping me busy. Those things, for instance. I am not planning to do anything with an ESP chip with Zigbee and stuff like that. It would require complete software rewrite. The Zigbee ESP32 doesn't have Wi-Fi. It wouldn't work in the same way at all. So no, I currently don't have any plans for that. They're kind of ugly. I like these terminals. The board needs some working in regards to spacing, but other than that, I like it. Yeah, sorry, don't have super chat controlled party poppers. Maybe in the future, who knows. I have rapidly changing background lighting. I keep trying to drink this can. It's not working. Yeah, Aaron agreed. Those push connectors are nice. I looked into that, but they wouldn't fit in the space. And yeah, then I'd have to make the board like €5 or €10 or dollars more expensive, which just isn't worth it. So yeah. Ooh, the Zigbee. Oh yeah. Can't tell a parent their baby is ugly. Oh yeah, true. Oh, Philip just sponsored me a new can of Coke. Thank you very much, Philip. I'll drink that after the stream, though, because, as I said, this isn't going to be a very long stream. You said that you had a project regarding power distribution. Can you tease a bit? There was a teaser a while back in some Quinbox videos. Basically, the idea is to run a 24-volt power supply, which is now supported on the DIG Quad, and then you can still use the DIG Quad for distribution, fusing, and stuff like that, but you can run a lot thinner wires, and then at the end of the wire, you get one of those big DC to DC converters to convert the 24-volt to 5-volt at all your injection points. That's basically the idea. But I'd like to make a project and a video series about that, basically. What? You're getting blacklisted on chat because your localization is Brazil? I don't know anything about that. I have not done any type of 3D production or stuff like that, Aaron. Not yet. No. Cool. Well, it's 1 minute till 10:30, and then I'm going to call this celebration stream quits. I do thank everyone for being here. That is very much appreciated. I'm working on 2 videos right now. One is a Queen box, but you know. So more content soon. And I appreciate everyone hanging out with me. I mean, 40K. Wow. So awesome. And I thank everyone for the super chats. If you want to help out, share a video of mine somewhere, sometime to someone. That's basically the best promotion I can have. And yeah. Thanks, I can finally get to work, says Phil. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, MSX Droid. Jordan, Yo-Yo, Jeff. Oh, 35C, damn. Oh, Jordan can finally go to bed. Well, I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, and if you're not on the Discord, come join us there. Cool. Well, I thank you guys a lot, and I'll see you back in the next video, live stream, Discord, YouTube comments, whatever. See you guys later.
Well, here goes nothing. Talk about another kind of world. Another kind of world.
What are you afraid of?
I'm lost in old ways.
I'm not afraid.